Welcome to another episode of Operation American Dream. I'm your host today, Amy Scruggs. We have got a really special episode today with two dynamic doctors in different practices that are going above and beyond to make a difference for our heroes and our veteran community. We're also going to be talking to a wonderful woman who started a foundation supporting military wives called Wives of War. And we're going to be showing you the footage that we did on the USS Midway when we were out there for the movie premiere of No Greater Love. It's going to be a fantastic episode, so we're going to get started right now. We're back with more Operation American Dream. I'm your host today, Amy Scruggs, and we have in the studio right now Dr. Charles Zahedi, and he is a dentist, has an amazing practice, but has taken it about 10 notches up on what he does for our veterans. So I want to introduce him right now. Dr. Charles, may I call you Dr. Charles?
You can call me Charles.
Charles, even better.
Can I call you Amy?
Yes.
Perfect.
I prefer that.
We have a deal.
I have many nicknames. Amy is the best one.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being on our show today.
My pleasure.
You started a foundation called Dentists for Veterans.
Yes, I did.
First of all, you're already a hugely successful dental practice in your background. Tell me a little bit about your background before we get into the foundation.
So, I've been doing dentistry for 27 years and mostly doing, reconstructive surgery and implant dentistry and periodontics. I'm honored to be also on the UCLA faculty, periodontics, Department of Periodontics. Yes, I teach on Fridays. And I discovered many years ago that there's a sad reality in our country, is when our soldiers come back defending their country and our freedom, and they go to a VA hospital, they say, well, we have dental problems. We have problems with our mouth. And the VA would respond to them, well, we're so sorry, we can't help you, because to help you, you have to be 100% disabled, not 99%, 100% disabled, or a former prisoner of war or service-related. So what does that mean? Roughly 22 million people in this country use their VA hospitals. 21.5 million of them don't get dental care. And you cannot be totally healthy if you don't have oral health.
Oh, absolutely.
So why spend billions of dollars and millions of dollars and healing the rest of the body when you don't provide funding to treat the oral cavity dental problems? So, President John F. Kennedy said something very interesting. He said, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. So, as an immigrant, somebody who loves this country and freedom that it has given me and my family and the protection, I felt that it's my obligation to provide, support. So I ended up, as you know, has been documented, over $500,000 of my own private savings to help veterans. But I thought by doing this, I will create a awareness. Because most Americans, if you go in our cities and you tell our citizens, did you know that if our veterans go to the VA hospital, they don't get dental? They won't believe you. They don't know. So our job is basically to inform the public at like a grassroots movement, but also our politicians. Something has to be done in this country for the oral health of our veterans, because if we don't fix this problem, there will be no general health.
That's incredible that you have taken your own money, put it out there, and then now you also have sponsors and other people that come in to support it. But you have to have money in order to be able to treat these patients. It's not just going to come from nowhere. We need to bring an awareness so that when people are looking at ways, how can I get involved and support the veteran community? What a fantastic way, but contributing to making sure that they have their dental care. I was talking with a colleague yesterday whose parent at the last minute had a dental issue and was scrambling to find a place to take care of them just last week. The VA didn't cover it. Same story.
They don't.
I bring it up and people are telling me the same story over and over again.
But I think we're lucky in this country because we have 140 to 160,000 dentists. Most of my colleagues are very patriotic like I am. And I'm blessed that a lot of my colleague dentists offered help. But still we need money to pay for the lab fees, for the implants, for the bone grafts. So there's a lot of supplies.
Absolutely.
So creating awareness out there, maybe we get more support from the industry, dental industry, politicians, local politicians in San Diego, maybe in Washington, D.C. So finally, we have to find a solution at the political level that would say any veteran should get access to quality dental care.
I agree.
And not only like if you're 100% disabled. What about if you're 95% disabled? So I think your show is instrumental, and you as a person, instrumental in putting the message out there so people who are watching this segment, and hopefully it's going to be blasted through media, social media, will tell each other, did you know that our veterans, when they go to a VA hospital, they don't get dental care?
Are you the only dentist in Dentists for Veterans, or do you have a team of dentists
Oh
now
no, we
that are
have a
partnered
team.
with you?
I mean, I'm so blessed. You know, you can't do this by yourself.
Right.
I don't want to give one name, because if I start to give one name, I made other doctors jealous. But we are a group of doctors.
You have a large group of doctors.
Yes,
wonderful.
large group of doctors, and the number is growing. And I'm sure, hopefully, people who are watching this segment, if they are dentists, they would say, "Oh, I want to join."
They need to join this
They
organization.
need to join
Absolutely.
in San Diego, other cities, you know, across the United States.
We need to make this
United States.
contagious.
Contagious, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I heard about your foundation, and it was a dear friend of mine that I used to tour with, Dave Adams.
Yes.
And he's part of a group of busking for veterans and vet hunters, and they told me about your foundation, and I said, how can we get involved? Let's come together. We're going to do a concert for you in North County on July 26th to raise awareness, and it's going to be Indian Joe's Brewery. And so that'll be about 5 o'clock, and Indian Joe's is also going to contribute to the cause with everybody that
Fantastic.
comes that night. So through social media, through the concert, through trying to bring awareness through Operation American Dream, we're going to do what we can, at least here in San Diego, and through our social media outreach to try to bring awareness. But I'm so glad that you brought this up, because we need more dentists to
Yes.
join on to give another helping hand.
Yes.
And we also need people that are looking to support a foundation to reach out and become a part of what you're doing to help with people's care, because you're right, medical care and dental care is just as critical to all of
Yes.
the other
Yes.
medical needs that they
Yes,
have.
absolutely.
The website is
DentistsForVeterans.org. Very
Wonderful.
simple. Dentist plural.
okay,
For veterans.org.
so
Yes.
we can go and check that out.
Yes.
I'm excited to continue to support your foundation and
Thank
do
you,
a
Amy.
benefit concert for you. And we're going to maybe have you back in the future and see how else we can support and what other events you've got coming up to support your foundation. Thank you so much, Charles.
It was my pleasure.
For being a part of the show today.
Thank
we
you,
really
Amy,
appreciate
for having
it.
invited me.
Thank you. Everybody has a way that they can give back. Dentists for our veterans would be amazing. We'll be back with more Operation American Dream. Welcome back to Operation American Dream. I'm your host today, Amy Scruggs. And a couple weeks ago, we had a great opportunity. Craig Sewing and I together went out to the USS Midway for a film premiere called No Greater Love with film director Justin Roberts. He was a chaplain that was actually in war and put this film together about the brotherhood of war. And we had a great opportunity to interview him, some other great people. They had asked me to sing the national anthem, so of course I was excited to be able to do that. And we've got the footage for you so you can see all the great highlights coming up right now.
So here we are, the American Dream at the USS Midway with my favorite co-host, Amy Scruggs. Good to have you here.
Thank you so much for being here tonight as well. This is awesome.
So we're used to being in the studio, but now we are out at this iconic ship in America's finest city, and we got a great night honoring our military.
I'm excited to get to sing and at least kick it off with the national anthem before the ceremony, but they're also showing the film No Greater Love that was done by Justin Roberts, a chaplain in Afghanistan, and so this is going to be a really moving time tonight.
Amy Scruggs, she's not just a talented co-host, she's a brilliant singer. We're gonna go in there, you gotta go warm up and sing, right?
I got to get ready and go meet the color guard.
All right, so we are gonna go on the ship and we're gonna take you through just a really fun evening honoring our military. Ready to do this?
Let's go do it.
All right, here we go.
If I could have Nashville recording artist Amy Scruggs, if she'd be so kind as to join me on the stage. You're gonna, if you haven't heard her, this is quite a treat.
Silently streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet
So here we are with the film creator, Justin Roberts, who's created this film, which has won many awards honoring our military, those who have served, those who have fallen, and now you're continuing to raise a lot of money for charities. Awesome work. Thank you. What inspired the movie?
Well, I mean, this is about my time and the soldiers' time in Afghanistan, the soldiers that I served with, and lessons that I learned from them, what they taught me. I was an active duty chaplain, and chaplains can't carry weapons in combat, so I was able to carry a camera.
Dave Varkardapone, who served in the Navy, now with the Coast Guard, and also the founder of First Fold. The movie itself is bringing a lot of insight to what happens after, not just the service, but what happens after, because obviously we're facing a lot of challenges as a country.
Domino effect with the families and loved ones when somebody's lost. You know, and that's pretty much what we do at First Fold too. Our pin represents those that have fallen.
The co-chairs of this amazing event, Tricia Marshall and Matt Schillingberg.
What it is with this whole event is to bring the civilian community with the military veterans, to bring awareness of the Gold Star families, but also of veteran suicide, because 20 vets a day commit suicide. This film is very powerful and shows the brotherhood that is bonded in combat, but we also want to see that brotherhood and that bond with the San Diego community also.
What do you expect out of tonight's event?
I mean, the biggest thing out of everything, I mean, of course, the support is incredible, and we've had amazing support from a corporation called Pacific Sotheby's. They came in as our main sponsor, and they did a phenomenal job. But the biggest thing that we're hoping for is just to engage with the public about this conversation, about how do we come home from this war.
People in the audience to understand the sacrifices that were made from those individuals that are not here with us anymore. Hopefully that's what they'll take from this.
The whole idea is to honor 4 charities, and with honoring those 4 charities, the USO, American Legion, Angels of Our Fallen, and Operation Engage America, they ultimately go down to the Gold Star families.
Well, so what we're looking at doing is this is our first of what we're calling Patriot Rallies, where we come together, we have music, we have the film, we have support for local veteran charities, and then we go to the next place and the next place. And all of this is leading up to our theatrical release in the fall.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for creating this movie. He's been winning awards. Tonight's going to be a fun evening, but also honoring those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Justin, thank you.
25 seconds.
Shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart. It's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Give her a hand, please.
I never get tired of the great segments and guests that we have on this show. It is so much fun. People doing great things for great causes, making a difference in the lives of our heroes. This was a fun time today. Make sure and follow us on the YouTube page with Operation American Dream. Go to social media, find us on Facebook, like, share, and don't miss the next episode.